Hello. Welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. Today I will be giving you some more prelim fights from UFC 263. Be sure to check out the videos I did earlier this week where I covered the prelim fights building up to these three. And these would be the headlining prelim fights, you can call them. We're going to jump right into this. As you see, I got my new Bulgarian cowboy shirt on. It's a little tight, Vlad. I'm probably give it to my wife, kind of like Fight Night Pick shirt. I don't know, international sizes just aren't the same to fat Americans. But anyway, I still like the shirt a lot. Autographed too, by Vlad. Anyway, let's jump right into this. We've got the female flyweight fight between Lauren Murphy and Joanne Calderwood. This is going to be a pretty good one for a female fight. Very close. Tough to call. But Lauren Murphy comes in here as a slight underdog, plus 121. Calderwood, the favorite, at minus 141. Let's talk about the favorite first. That's how we do it. Joanne Calderwood is fighting out of the Syndicate MMA, which is in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now hear me out. Syndicate has 3 female fighters that you probably have heard of. Emily Whitmire, I think she's Bellator. Alexa Konais. According to her Tapology, she does have UFC fights, but I haven't heard of her really. Connors. I read like an idiot. Alexa Connors and Roxanne Modafferi, who everybody knows Roxanne Modafferi, but she is kind of trending downhill now. You know, she's already reached her peak. She's kind of like at that gatekeeper level, but still, nonetheless, all fighting out of Syndicate, where Jojo Calderwood fights out of. She is originally from Scotland. And anyway, she's coming off a win against Jessica I, unanimous decision. And Jojo, like I said, is the favorite here, minus 141. She's taking on Lucky Lauren Murphy. Lucky Lauren Murphy fights out of MMA Lab. That's in Arizona, Glendale, I believe. Lot of popular male fighters out of there, but if you look at Tapology, went down the list, there was like 3 females listed, and 2 of the 3 were amateur ranked, and the one that was a professional, I didn't recognize the name, but I do believe she has a couple fights in the UFC too. Man, I should have wrote it down, but I didn't, so whatever. Joanne Calderwood has the 1-inch height, but Murphy has a 2.5-inch reach advantage for Lauren Murphy. Lauren Murphy, 37 years old, Calderwood 35, so age isn't really a factor here. They're both, on the wrong side of 35. So, Lauren Murphy, 14-4. She's coming off a win against Lilia Shakarova. She rear naked choked her second round. She's won 4 of her last fight. I mean, I don't see her getting into championship contention, but 4 of the last 5 is pretty good for 37-year-old Lucky Lauren Murphy. Let's see what these handicappers have to say. As we like to do, we're going to start off with, this time we're going to start off with Lauren Murphy. Lucky Lauren Murphy. Okay, she's on this side anyway. So we've got, okay. What's going on? Bleed is taking Lucky Lauren Murphy. Then we've got E-Money. E-Money also taking Lucky Lauren Murphy. E-Money has some problems with iMovie. I think that's his app that he's using to record his videos. It keeps cutting out on him and losing minutes of recorded stuff. I don't know. Anyway. Then we've got Let's Talk MMA, but Let's Talk MMA has now since changed their name to Longoria MMA, and that is a new MMA fighter. His name is Dave Longoria. He is a professional fighter now. He's got one fight under his belt, and it is a victory as a pro, I do believe. Anyway, he's got his own channel. I learned about him through UFC Celebrities and Classics, my boy Layton. But anyway, we're gonna write Longoria because it was Let's Talk MMA. Now it's Longoria. Is it Longoria? Yeah, Longoria MMA, and he is taking Lauren Murphy by decision in this one. The link will be in the description to all these cappers. Check out Dave Longoria's thing. And actually, Layton, I think last week or the week before, had a breakdown of Dave Longoria's professional debut. Then we've got James Lynch. James Lynch interviewed both of these female fighters, and he's taking Lucky Lauren Murphy, the underdog. Look at all these people taking the underdog here. We also got Real Quick Picks, Mitch. I like Real Quick Picks, RQP, Real Quick Picks, Mitch. He's taking Lauren Murphy. That would be a full capper consensus, wouldn't it, guys? But there's a contrarian picker. I got to put him in here. I did watch him. Crisscross from the Community MMA. Crisscross from the Community MMA is siding with JoJo Calderwood in this fight. Slight favorite here. And man, I also want to take JoJo Calderwood, but I just, with all these cappers taking the underdog, it would go against my mod, like how I do things. I can't do it. So I'm going to go ahead and go in agreement with the cappers, with the capper majority. But man, I do like JoJo Calderwood. I like her. And I want to take her. I really do. My heart wants me to go there, but my head is saying plus money. It's saying plus money, and all these dudes are we got one capper taking JoJo and 5 of them. Oh, 6 of them actually. You know what? Vlad from the Bulgarian Vlad, the Bulgarian cowboy. That's his autograph. He's also taking Lauren Murphy. UFC, Celebrities, and Classics. Also taking Lauren Murphy. That should be a full capper consensus. However, Crisscross Community MMA had to be the contrarian, which is cool. I want to take JoJo Calderwood so bad. You guys don't even know. But really, I think I did the same thing with Luigi Vendramini. Everybody is taking the underdog, and if it's plus money and all the cappers are taking it, that's kind of, it's giving me the idea I better take it too. So also, I think I did mention this before, but I know a lot of you subscribers are new. There is a lady in my town. She's heavier than Lauren Murphy, and she's older too, she looks like she's around close to 50. But, and this lady's heavier, but she looks just like Lauren Murphy. Like, it could be Lauren Murphy's slightly older sister. And she's a cashier over at, or Price Chopper, or one of the grocery stores. I remember, I see her in the morning when I get coffee, and then I've seen her, I don't know which grocery store it was, but she's cashed me out before. Catch me outside. How about that? Anyway, I'm taking Lauren Murphy. I guess, like everybody else, I'm going to say by decision. You know, it's a female fight. So, there you have it. Except my heart is going with JoJo Calderwood. I just can't go against. I can and I have, But plus money trumps my heart. And I can't go by appearance. I think JoJo's pretty, and she's adorable, cute with her mouth guarded and everything. Lauren Murphy looks rough, but she looks like she can battle, and she can battle. She's proven herself, definitely proven herself. So yeah, I'm gonna go with lucky Lauren Murphy to win that one, despite my JoJo Calderwood attraction. So, and plus she's streaking 4 of the last 5 wins. Next we've got, this is the rematch between Eryk, ya boy, Anders taking on Darren Stewart. You guys, as you all know, the first fight, Eryk Anders comes in as the underdog, and he puts on a show, and pretty much, Darren Stewart, I think, was told his own in the first round. Then, Eryk Anders caught him. He caught him in the second round, and then, and it hurt him. It hurt him hard, and then he had him, but poor fight IQ. Darren Stewart had the knee down, and Eryk Anders kneed him in the head. It was like a week after Jan just lost his championship belt for the same thing, and this guy Eryk Anders is gonna do it. He's ready. I remember, and because I had Eryk Anders for the upset in that fight because he was at a new gym. Man, what gym is it? I don't know. I know Tapology has it listed wrong because Tapology has like Spartan Fitness, but I want to see he's at maybe Sanford or I forget, but he's at a legit gym now, Eryk Anders, and man, it's gonna bug me now too. Somebody in the comments, please tell me where he's training out of, or I can go look at my last show because that's when I mentioned. Nah, I'm not gonna. I was just about to go and pull up my papers from last time they fought, but doesn't matter. These are gonna be different results. Mark my words. Everybody's got a recency bias on this one. They even flipped. Now Eryk Anders is the favorite, -150. Darren Stewart, the underdog, +130. Okay, so that fight aside, let's talk about that. Let's talk about these guys. Ya boy, the favorite, he comes in, the older fighter, 34 years old. Darren Stewart the dentist, is 30 years old. That marker sucks. Okay. Your boy, I forget what gym he fights out of, and it's gonna bug the hell out of me, but I know it's reputable, and it's not the one that Tapology lists out of, I gotta mention, he national championship, Alabama, Crimson Tide, he played football there back in whenever, who cares, it doesn't matter now. Now he's a fighter, so, but everybody seems to, they always have to do that. He's got a 1-inch height and a 1-inch reach advantage over Stewart. Now, what I've learned from Bleed, I think, or one of these cappers was saying, Darren Stewart that last time, he went into that fight ill. Like he did not, James Lynch. James Lynch interviewed both these guys, okay? James Lynch interviewed both these guys, and on James Lynch's show there, he said that, little known fact, Darren Stewart went into that fight unhealthy. He couldn't get it going. He couldn't find his rhythm. He was not feeling himself. He was just out of it. So keep that in mind, okay? Eryk Anders, I mean, he did control that fight, and however, he does have a lot of holes in his game, and I don't like his fight IQ, especially he showed that with his stupid knee, but I think overall, this is before any cappers are on here, I think Stewart, overall, better fighter, well-rounded, better on the ground. I want to see better striking too. It's just Eryk Anders managed to catch him with that hard punch in the second. And everybody's like, well, since going by what it looked like last fight, well, this is not going to be last fight. You guys watch. Anyway, let's see what y'all cappers have to say. Eryk Anders, man, I got to find out what gym he's from. Oh, this is also, that fight, their previous fight was at 185 pounds. This is light heavyweight now, 205. So that means relax, Darren Stewart. You don't have to kill yourself to try to make weight. This is, I think, advantageous for the dentist, Darren Stewart. He's gonna come in here not the same fighter he was last time these guys fought. You learn lessons in your losses. Thankfully for him, it wasn't a real loss. It was a no contest, but he did lose. But I think lessons to be learned. You learn from your failures, you learn from your losses. You gotta get something out of it. I think he's adjusted his camp to make up for those flaws. That's just personal opinion. Let's see what these cappers have to say. All right, Eryk Anders, taking Eryk Anders. We've got, let's start with real quick picks. Mitch is taking Eryk Anders, okay? Recency bias. James Lynch, I told you he interviewed both, and he's the one that let me on the knowledge about Stewart not being at 100% his last fight, But still, he's going with Eryk Anders here, and he admittedly said because of recency, because of the last fight, how it looked. These guys are professional fighters, though. You got to think. They're professionals. They're not gonna, if it doesn't work the first time, they're not gonna use the same game plan the second time. Just like, if you fail the first time, you switch your game plan around. You go at it again. This time, I think he's gonna, you already know which way I'm leaning. But anyway, let's still fill these out. Vlad, also, UFC Celebrities and Classics. Vlad, the Bulgarian Cowboy, he also interviewed both fighters, and he's taken Eryk Anders. We've got Longoria, Dave Longoria, also taking Eryk Anders. E-Money thinks Eryk Anders is going to win by knockout. Oh, good kid. But we'll agree to disagree here. And them moving, taking Darren Stewart though, the guy that Bleed, he's the one that really convinced me to go with Stewart. He's the one that, like, how I've been saying, he's also in that line of knowledge that a fighter is not going to make the same mistakes as he did the first time against the first, and I agree with that common thread of knowledge. So Bleed taking Darren Stewart, and so is Crisscross Community MMA. He's taken a lot of underdogs. You don't even know, guys. I thought there was check out Crisscross Community MMA. I'm not using him for other, but I did watch some of his other predictions, and he's got, I think he's taken Nate Diaz. I think, but I could be wrong. Maybe that was just a clickbait or something. But I think he has a video, like a short videos. I didn't watch it. But I was surfing through his channels when I was picking these videos out, and there was one of the videos headlines was Nate Diaz will destroy Leon Edwards or something like, I don't know. Check them out, definitely. The link to this fight or this fight, one of these two fights, the link to one of these two fights will be in the description. Because he does the thing where every fight is a separate video, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. So there you have it. And as you can tell by my talk, and I did take Eryk Anders last time, and that bastard, he was winning and he messed it up. I didn't lose money, it was a push, and he was on Die Hard MMA podcast. He was brought on by Dan from Best Fight Picks, Dan, and Clint they had Eryk Anders in his car driving. The audio kept messing up, but he was like, well, at least it didn't cost you money. It was a push, right? And your parlays were just, and he's right. He didn't cost money, but still, he didn't make us money either because stupid knee to the poor fight IQ. Anyway, y'all know I'm going with plus money. I think Darren Stewart is gonna come out with a different game plan. Maybe take it to the ground, where Eryk Anders definitely has holes in his ground game. I'm not saying Darren Stewart's a beast on the ground, but if he gets a takedown, I could see a takedown to maybe a grounded pound or, dominating with top control. I don't know, but I got plus money on Darren Stewart, and I think he's going to be able to get it done. I'm going to say by decision. It might be ground and pound, but we're going to go with the safer bet. He's going to get done by decision. Maybe within distance. I'll keep it at that. Okay. Finally, moving on. Another banger. This one has the fixins to be fight of the night. I said maybe that Hakeem Dawodu and Movsar Evloev as the prelim fight of the night. This one maybe also. This might overtake that as fight of the night. We'll see. This is such a good card. Don't you guys agree? Okay. Drew Dober. He's who's the favorite? He's the favorite. Minus 147. These odds are from Bet Online. Drew Dober comes in with a record of 23 wins, 10 losses as a professional. That's right, 10 losses. You know what my take is on fighters with double-digit losses? There's a point against them. I kind of like to fade those guys. Brad Riddel, 9 and only 1 loss. Anyway, Drew Dober's fighting out of... they're both great camps. Listen to this. Drew Dober, we'll discuss him first. He's coming off that loss to Islam Makhachev, but Islam Makhachev, come on, guys. He's definitely top 10, possibly top 5 fighter. He lost to him in the third round via triangle choke. He fights out of Elevation Fight Team in Denver, Colorado. Listen to the people that fight out of Elevation Fight Team and how many have fights. I'll tell you right now, his main training partner, Justin Gaethje. Like his daily, hey, let's go train. That's his main guy, Justin Gaethje. But other fighters at Elevation Fight Team are Neil Magny, Curtis Blades, and then a couple with fights. Austin Thud Hubbard is fighting Vince Pichel, and Corey Sandhagen is going to be fighting TJ Dillashaw. Hope Corey Sandhagen wrecks him. Anyway, that's Elevation Fight Team, great camp. But let's talk about the opponent, the underdog, Brad Quake Riddel, fighting out of 2 good facilities. He's got Tiger Muay Thai, which I discussed all about Tiger Muay Thai, was it yesterday or day before or something? They got that guy, the lion there, Hussein Ashkabov. I can't wait. He's going to Contender Series in August. He's fighting the Contender Series, and he is going to break through the UFC. You guys watch. Anyway, Tiger Muay Thai is his backseat facility because he's mainly fighting out of City Kickboxing. Hello, welcome to City Kickboxing. And they came in as a crew. They often do that. Like Izzy Adesanya fought last time, he brought in like 3 City Kickboxing guys, and I know they went like 1, and that was against that was the last card where he was trying to beat Jan, but was it or Alexander Volkanov? What the F? Anyway, whatever. They come in as a crew, and last time they all came in, City Kickboxing crew, they went 1-2 because Izzy lost. So did that Carl Ulberg lost. The only one that won was Kai Kara-France. This time they come in, and you know, Israel Adesanya. I don't think anyone else is coming in on this card from City Kickboxing, but there's a lot from Tiger Muay Thai, I'll tell you that. But other fighters from City Kickboxing include, you know, like I said, Kai Kara-France, that Carl Ulberg, Dan Hooker, and Shane Young. Anyway, Brad Riddell's coming off a win against Alex De Silva by unanimous decision. He's got a 1.5-inch reach advantage. Drew Dober's got a 1-inch height advantage. All right, let's break it down. Let's see what these cappers have to say for this fight. Starting with the favorite, we've got... Okay, we've got E-Money. E-Money is saying by decision for Drew Dober. Drew Dober, I guess he's the best version of himself right now at 23-10. The best version of Drew Dober is what you're gonna get this weekend. We've got Chris Cross, Community MMA, finally taking a favorite. Community MMA, Chris Cross taking Dober. We got James Lynch. James Lynch interviewed Dober, did not interview Riddel, but is taking the interviewee. He's saying a third round. He should be able to get it done. Third round finish, so within distance, or just, he said third round. Drew Dober in third round. Then we've got really quick picks. Mitch, also taking Drew Dober. But then we've got Longoria. Dave Longoria from Longoria MMA. And that's right, the Bulgarian Cowboy. I don't know why I did that, but anyway, we got UFC celebrities and classics. Vlad, I love the shirt, but this is the last time I'm gonna have. It's my wife's shirt now because it is just too tight for me. Sorry. It's just look at. I feel diesel in it though. Anyway, ready to fight John Morgan. Give him a little ground and pound. Despite him being timid, the timid rule. You guys check out Vlad's reasons why John Morgan don't want to fight me video. It is awesome, and there's a big buck in the yard, big deer. Well, it doesn't have horns, but it's still a big deer. Oh, my kids are upstairs already in bed, right? Both of them. Yeah, too bad they missed it. That's nice. There's a couple of them, three of them, 3 deer running across my yard. Anyway, so where are we at? Yeah, Vlad also taking Brad Quake Riddel, and so am I. That's right. I like Drew Dober, don't get me wrong, but I don't like double-digit losses. That's just one of my things. I tend to fade fighters with double-digit losses, despite him having 3 times as many fights as Brad Riddel. Brad Rydell's only lost 1. So I'm jumping on board with Vlad and Dave Longoria. I'm taking Brad Riddel here. Think he's gonna get it done. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, nothing fancy, nothing fun. We're gonna just say decision. Sorry guys, decision. Yeah, it should go decision. It's gonna go over because I don't know, Drew Dober, Brad Riddel. Drew Dober has been finished, but I don't. Yeah, safe pick, safe decision. So to recap. Time check. Oh, it is late. My kids are definitely in bed. It's almost lights out. All right. To recap, I've got Lucky Lauren Murphy. I want to take Joanne Calderwood, but at plus money, I'm taking the underdog with the Capra majority and Lucky Lauren Murphy to get a decision victory over JoJo Calderwood. Then I've got Darren, the dentist, Stewart, this time upsetting Eryk Anders. Don't get tricked into that recency bias, guys. These are professional fighters. They know where they're weak, and they know how to work on their weak holes to better themselves. And he's also, I want to say this fight, they both had short camps. Stewart now, he's going to be ready. He's not going to be the same fighter he was before. And finally, Brad Quake Riddel for the upset over a very good Drew Dober, but not good enough to get the victory over Brad Riddel. So, there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to give me that thumbs up, hit the bell, subscribe, leave comments, guys. Leave comments. Tell me your thoughts on these fights, because I really want to know. I mean, there's got to be more people than the crisscross taking JoJo Calderwood, and there's got to be, you guys got to see the light. Don't be blinded from that, he caught him, but then he messed it all up with the stupid knee. That's poor fight IQ, guys. Poor, and he's horrible on the ground too. Eryk Anders, don't be a casual. Look into this fight. Look into it. I mean, I have to check out Parlay King, see if he's got a video up yet. But anyway, yeah, definitely. Gather, like I said, leave your comments on these fights or anything. Leave comments on anything. I read them all. I appreciate you watching. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.